Hello everyone, I am Tacit, and today we are going to be continuing our grind, of course. Right now we are, of course, doing the vault event, and trying to get up more keys. We're currently sitting on, I believe it was 9, actually we can check real quick just by going into this, how many we're currently at. But yeah, we're at 9, we obviously want to make that number as big as we possibly can, as we go and accumulate more vault keys from spamming out Explore. And while doing so, we'll be able to grind up the, the Sunspear hero class, which we're going to be working up and trying to get to at least level 70, which we'll easily be able to do this stream, and getting a little bit further than that. Ideally, we do want to reach it to about 90 or so if we can this weekend, but we'll see how far we can go with it. But anyways, do we have a pet currently? I don't believe we do, so don't need to go do that. So I guess we'll just go to wherever we need to go explore and go put a Sunspear in there if it isn't already. I know for sure I haven't switched all the teams yet. I forget if I switched the Explorer yet though. So we need purple. We need brown red, which I believe is annoying, right? No, Urskea isn't too bad. I guess we'll go to Urskea. It's the lowest dual color one we have. Though pure blue seems to be our absolute lowest. I guess we'll go pure blue. That's Stormheim though. There's no other location for it. I'll go to some pure blues real quick. That's not the team I want. Where is the team I want? All the way at the top. Hiding from us. Oh yeah, I didn't switch it out yet. I think I did for one of the pet thingies. But didn't switch this one. Which we need to go do to Sunspear. So Sunspear, of course, one really nice thing about this hero class. Well, it has a few good things going for it. Has perpetual, oh wow, that's actually a little bit higher level than I thought it was. But it has perpetual red storm, which in this team's not really going to do much because it already has perpetual red storm essentially. It has entangle first turn and has freeze random enemy first turn, and apparently we got all of it on first slot. But yeah, it has a lot of utilities. It also gets triple damage once it's at level 100. So yeah, it's not that bad of a hero class. Not absolute best, but I feel like I do underestimate it a little bit, probably because I just haven't maxed it out yet. It's definitely not the best of the triple damage ones, but it has a lot of utilities going for it, if nothing else. Covers a lot of first turn ground. Really good for rush downs, especially if you're doing like PvP or Guild Wars. Because everything about it is to try to win quickly. It has triple damage on skulls. It has freeze at start. It has entangle at start. So you get a wide range of damage and disable. Also having perpetual red storm, which depending on your team can obviously be pretty good. There's obviously other alternatives for that too, like Sunbird and Furnace and other similar things. But this hero class can also end up doing the red storm perpetually. Well, we'll get it up. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Did I not plug in the controller? No, I did. Gotta go use that controller. Save those seconds. It adds up. It's like 1 second every battle, but given that we're doing a battle every like 20 to 15 seconds, 15 to 20 seconds, it definitely adds up. Yeah, hello everyone. Also, isn't the mic audio fine? It should be. I was messing around with it a little bit. Still need to tweak it around a bit more though. And what's also annoying is I need to tweak it for every single program too. Even if I get it like just right for streaming, I still have to go and adjust it for everything else I do it for. But hello, WoW. Hello, Leeds Gaming. Hello, Corbin. But yeah, pets are always active. Whatever one you have on your shoulder is just cosmetic. Well, you know, it's all pets are always active, so the whole purpose of putting them on your shoulder is fully just for cosmetic purposes. You don't get any kind of bonus from specifically having a pet on your shoulder. Hello, Maximuse. Hello, Jose. Your eardrums are ready. I don't think it should be that loud. Let's see. Hello, Steve. Hello, JZG. Hello, Carlo. Let's see. Early and mid-game, should we be saving our vault keys or using them? That early in the game, you should just be using them always. I know on my Nintendo Switch account, I haven't ever saved them. There's just no reason to. Let's see. Oh no, you had your speakers turned off. Well, hello, Rebus. Welcome. Hello, Clarence. Do you know what is wrong with gnomes? Take too long to get one in Explore? No, they seem to be at normal, right? Or, you know, the normal rate that they would be during a vault event. I haven't seen anything that would differ from that. We have gotten some dry streaks, though. Most notably, like the first hour and 10 minutes of our stream yesterday, we got, like, nothing. And then the following hour, hour and a half, we got almost everything that we currently have. And then we kind of went dry for a little bit with just, like, 1 or 2 or so. My game does not have sound. Are you sure? It definitely has sound. I just have it turned very, very low. I guess relative to how high my voice is right now, the game is low. So here, I'll go raise it some. How about now? I don't want to make it too loud either. But I raised the audio of the game since my mic is now louder as well. Normally I keep both of them relative. So if the mic is lower, the game audio is also lower. Yeah, I can hear my game. And I can see that it's making sound on the stream. I just don't know how loud the sound is on the stream. You're getting a lot of Celestials. I did notice that yesterday too. At one point, it almost seemed like we were getting more Celestials than Arcanes. It did eventually catch up, but there was an hour where it definitely seemed like it overtook it. Hello, Leomar. Welcome. Hey, hope all of you have been having a good weekend so far. Mine has pretty much just been the normal. Woke up coughing a lot. That's one of the reasons why I've been streaming a little bit later too. If any of you have been wondering, like, why on earth I've been streaming, like, a little bit later, like, yesterday and today, it's mainly because I do still have that cough, even though it hasn't been nearly as bad, obviously. But, just because I keep waking up like that, I've been delaying them a little bit later, just so I'm not coughing the entire time. Also, it's kind of nice doing it a little bit later. I can actually sleep in. Maybe we'll need to make that a regular thing. Oh no, we'll see. I don't know, what time do you guys prefer it at? The morning time, like 3 hours prior to now, or now? Though that's a little bit biased, because given that you guys are here now, it'd be more likelier that you guys would say now. Let's see. Throw Sunbird down. Hello, Christy! Welcome. The first response is now. Though now does make more sense for Europe peoples. It depends who your main target audience is. Well, based on statistics, it would be America. Because I think that still makes up around 50%. I haven't actually checked recently. But I know in the past it made up like 50% or so. Though we do have people all over the place. Which is the problem, because we have like 1% in pretty much every single time zone at minimum. So it's kind of hard to pick the perfect time. America. Hello, Haley. Welcome. Middle-aged American men. Yeah, I was really surprised to see the male-to-female statistic. I think a lot of male YouTubers have that problem. But my things still say like over 90% male. I think at one point it was as high as like 93% male. I'm not sure what it's at right now. Probably like 91%. Actually, we keep talking about these. Let me go check. I'm actually curious now because we're talking about it. Let's see. Let's go find all the data. Where's all the math? No, stop giving me a tutorial. Okay, they have a new analytics and they have the old analytics. Give me the old one. I know what the newer side of YouTube look like, and I am not using that thing. So I'm just going here. Let's see. What am I looking for? That's just video statistics. Ha! I was right. It's even bigger. It is now 94% male and 6.1% female. And I was right. We're at literally exactly 50% United States. Though, hello, people from United Kingdom, because you make up the second biggest category. It's United States at 50%, UK at 11%, Germany at 7.1%, Canada at 5.5%, and surprisingly Brazil at 5th at 2.8%. I was not expecting that one. But, and then a bunch of other ones if I was to click on it. But yeah, we have at least like 1% in every time zone. But half it's from America. Oh, we already hit the 20 kill thing. Gosh, it goes so quick. It takes like 10 minutes or less to do it in Explore. Probably less if you're focusing the whole time. Sex changes swayed it. JZG, that's funny. Hello, Michael Bird. Welcome. And hello, Corn. JZG, that's still pretty funny. The 3 traded champion of guard keeps protecting the gnomes. Yeah, anything with 50% spell reduction will generally not die to any quick kill explore team, which is a little bit annoying. There's not too many of them out there though. I think there's what, 3 troops now that currently have 50%. Tina 9000, champion of guard, and that one that originally had it, the arcane golem, was it? One of them. No, the arcane sentinel ends up having 50%. I believe those are the only 3 in the entire game. Maybe there's one other one. But those are the only ones that will consistently survive against basically any Explore quick kill. Just because every Explore quick kill has nothing to bypass spell reduction. And normally kills with one single spell cast. But yeah, there's currently no workaround around that, other than not doing Explore. There is a possibility that if Explore stays kind of like how it is right now, however, there's a good chance it will be changed. But assuming like Explore stays exactly how it is right now, but troops still keep getting added to the game, we're eventually going to reach a point where there's so much spell reduction in the game that doing something like this won't be viable anymore. Though by that point, they're likely revamping Explore in general. It is a game mode that they're looking to actually surprisingly make more rewarding than it currently is. I was actually really surprised when they end up saying that. Because Explore, I guess it's not an excessively rewarding game mode unless there's currently a gnome event. But when there's a gnome event, Explore is insanely, ridiculously good for loot. But I guess they want it to buff it so that it's good outside of gnome events. It might make it a little bit slower during gnome events, but just like any time of the week, it might be, or you know, when it's not a gnome event, anytime during those times, it might be a little bit better after they do the rework to it. Not sure when that's coming. There's a possibility it might be version 4.5. We know 4.5 is mostly addressing endgame stuff. So I'm not sure if Explorer would really be considered that, given that, well, I don't know. Endgame players will farm it a lot for some stuff. But Explorer is more like early to mid-game. Particularly mid-game, because you do explore a lot in mid-game to farm trait stones. I know I mean to do that on my Nintendo Switch account, actually, right now. Also, it felt weird on my Nintendo Switch account yesterday when I was doing Guild Wars. I did end up doing off-stream. I ended up running out of minor trait stones. And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. That's a thing that can happen. It felt very, very weird, of all things, that I ran out of. And not even like multiple, just one single color. I think it was green. Ended up running out of all my green minor trait stones. Still trying to get level 5 all kingdoms. I'm basically halfway through mid-game on it. And then it's late game as soon as it gets to level 5 all kingdoms. Or 5-star all kingdoms, I should say. It's about halfway there. Technically more than half, since halfway there is actually already past the halfway point. How many Vault Keys do I currently have? 19. 9 were obtained from this weekend, though. 0 so far today. Also, with that being said, I'll hand out redeem code on first Vault Key. We'll hand out like 2 or 3 to stream. We'll hand out one at, we'll do it the same way we did it yesterday. We'll hand out one at first, another one at third, and if we happen to somehow get 5, we'll hand out one at 5. That's pretty much the game plan. Is it worth it to increase the power of the kingdoms actively? Yes. You should always be trying to focus on getting kingdom stars. Or I should rephrase that. You should always be focusing on getting kingdom stars prior to getting everything to 5 stars. After that, you can kind of stop worrying about it a little bit. But then once you start getting close to 10 stars again on most kingdoms, then you start worrying about it again. But yeah, it is really important once you reach a solid part in mid-game, like when you actually like have a solid guild and everything, to start focusing on 5-star all kingdom. Because it makes a huge difference to have that many extra stats. Oh yeah, what is the buff to Vault Keys? I forgot, I put that in the title, didn't I? They mentioned the most recent Q&A that they're planning on reworking Vault Keys. It might not necessarily be a buff, which is why I phrased it like that. But they are likely reworking Vault Keys in the near future. They're specifically going to be adding difficulties to it. Not the current difficulties that do literally nothing, but, you know, like actual difficulties for higher risk, high reward, as well as adding gnomes, like the normal gnomes, to the drop table in a higher amount. So instead of just getting 1 copy, you might get like 5 or 10 or something similar to that, which will actually make it possible to go and ascend all of the gnome troops, which currently isn't really that possible. Clickbait 101, yes. Question marks are extremely clickbaity. Always. I didn't intentionally do that. It's just I had it there because we don't actually know if it's a buff or not. Yeah, I don't really clickbait. I don't feel like. I definitely could. I know how to. I just generally don't. But yeah, we don't know if it's going to be a buff yet. It seems like it will be. And I believe they even said it was. But we don't know yet. Also, if they do make a high risk, high reward mode, we don't know if that's actually going to be worth doing or not. Because it might be so much riskier that it's not worth it. But I'm pretty sure for endgame people, it's probably going to be fine. But for like mid-game, it might not be as desirable to go for the riskier strategy for it. Whatever that might be. At least I don't put one of those red circles on my thumbnail. Yeah, arrows, red circles, those are really clickbaity. Especially with like one word or question mark thing. And those random face expressions reacting to like a single thing on a thumbnail. Yeah, YouTube has gotten extremely clickbaity. Because that's what makes money. How did that not die? Oh, I'll take that one down. Anyways, kill it with that. Oh, I'll take that one. Get our sunbird down. Top 10 ways YouTube has gotten clickbaity. Number 6 may surprise you. I know exactly, right? That is pretty funny. Where do I get codes? You initially thought you were one of the devs. Oh no, I'm not a developer of the game. I get the codes from the developers. I specifically get them from Salty, who is the community manager for Gems of War. She takes care of social media, PR stuff, and she's normally around the forums and other locations of the game, chatting with the community and giving feedback to the developers and all that good stuff. But yeah, she also hands out codes. Syrup also does it, but I believe Salty's normally the main one. Syrup normally just does it when Salty's not around. Yeah, I'm not the only one with codes. They give it to pretty much anyone that will make content for the game. They also hand them out themselves normally. And Salty normally gives out a pretty hefty amount on Mondays. I believe she's also been giving out on Wednesdays on our Puzzle Quest streams. Haven't really been catching our Puzzle Quest streams though. Caught one of them and that's it. They really need to make Puzzle Quest 3 already though. It's within their plans, but it's probably multiple years before we see it. I'm just really curious what on earth they'll do with a single-player kind of single-buy match 3 game now that they've had so much experience with Gems of War. Or if it'll even be that kind of game. It should be. I highly doubt they would overly monetize that game, if even at all. Because they have Gems of War for that. Why does the Death Knight and Necromancer not have the Necromancy trait? There's actually a coding reason for that, that they ended up mentioning a while back. And just because of how heroes are, it's actually not possible for them to currently code Necromancy onto Necromancer. Or any hero class for that matter. Not sure exactly why that is, but it's a technical issue with the game that prevents them from doing it currently. But yeah, that would be very, very useful if they did have it. Necromancy in particular is seems really odd that it doesn't have the Necromancy trait. Well, some of the code for this game is extremely old. They redid quite a bit of it when they switched over to Unity. But some of the code base in this game is still like 3 years old or so. You thought soul farming was really important? Doing it to some degree, like passively during PvP and stuff, is normally pretty important. As far as just specifically soul farming and grinding it out, like first challenge of Vineyard Fields and with similar like Dragon Soul teams, you normally only have to do that if you're trying for Dawnbringer, or if you just feel like doing it at any given point. But you really only do it for Dawnbringer, and just to get your reserve of souls is a little bit below or above like a certain threshold, like maybe to a few 100,000 just so you have some on reserve. It's not really something that you would do infinitely. You could if you really wanted to, but you're going to naturally gain enough souls over time in most situations. Like, once you actually finally have a core set of teams, and particularly after you hit or past, like, level 5 All Kingdoms, you don't necessarily need that many souls. Like, after you have Dawnbringer, All Kingdoms to about 5 stars, and or 2 5-stars, I should say, and all your main core teams leveled up, you don't really need to worry about souls too much, even though you still have several things that you still need to use souls for, as well as still finishing leveling your troops. You normally at that point don't have to go out of your way for souls anymore. You can just passively let them get up through various automatic methods. And of course there's green orbs now too, which also help mitigate the soul costs slightly between the small greens and the major greens. They're the most useless of the orbs, but they still help with souls if nothing else. How's Sunspear doing? Oh yeah, we did gain another level. 4 more to go, and then we can get level 70, which will actually be helpful, because I believe we get +1 red as one of the options, which obviously we want to use, if that is the case. Almost guarantee he has +1 red. I'm actually not 100% certain off the top of my head. I know for sure he has +1 blue, but I'm pretty sure he has +1 red as well. He's like +1 blue, +1 red, and like some useless other trait. And obviously the red would be the most useful. Let me go double check. What does he actually have? Edits, class, Yeah, that's exactly what he has. +1 blue, +1 red, and a useless one. That is exactly so. Let's see, do any of these make us quicker? Oh yeah, let me go do that. We don't need submerge. Let me go get our 2 extra damage off of that. Let's see, anything else I can do to increase my damage? Does Firestorm and Start a Battle even matter in this situation? I'll still turn it on. Oh wait, duh, we already have Perpetual Firestorm. That's redundant. Entangle. Burn a random enemy when an ally dies. There we go. I have fixed the hero class. So now he actually does a little bit more damage. And okay, that should be fine. Okay, so now he does ever so slightly more damage. That should be about 5 more damage, actually. 1 turn of burning for 3 damage, and 1 extra damage to all of our reds. So Firebomb and Sunbird will both get 1 extra damage. Well, including our thing too, if it ends up getting a cast. So that'll help slightly. Better than nothing. Are there any class weapons worth having, or just collecting them? There's a few that are worth it. Most notably these days being Essence of Evil off of Plague Lord, Skeleton Key off of Thief, that one Urska weapon off of Sentinel, hero class, and possibly Dragon's Eye off of Dragon Guard. It's not as good these days, but it's still a decent utility weapon. Is that all of them? Did I miss any? I think that was a good majority of them. I guess theoretically in early to mid game, Frost Mage's Orb, I forget what it's called, but Frost Mage's Orb is kind of like a mini Dawnbringer for early game. I believe those are the good majority of them. Oh yeah, that one yellow AoE weapon off of Dervish. It's a great alternative if you don't currently have Dawnbringer as well. Yeah, there's basically 2 alternative Dawnbringers. The Dervish yellow weapon and the Frost Mage blue weapon. Though once you have Dawnbringer, you never really use those 2 ever again. Oh yes, the new class weapon that's coming in a month is the most overpowered weapon in the game. It's going to be a lot of fun. I really hope they don't pre-nerf it. They're probably going to nerf it soon after the fact. But at least initially, I definitely don't want them to nerf it. But who knows? Maybe they won't nerf it. They never nerfed nerfed Skeleton Key, even though Skeleton Key was pretty high up there as far as ridiculously good. So who knows? Maybe they won't nerf this weapon. However, this weapon will very consistently 2-shot PvP, assuming no revives. It doesn't extra turn like Skeleton Key will. But nothing's going to survive. It's going to do like over 200 damage. Nothing in PvP context survives that. And by over 200, I mean like way over 200. Like it could hit like easily around 250 or so. It has good boost ratio based on your at a 1-to-1, which is double what Skeleton Key does, based on your own gold as well as all enemy gold. So if you're using Cedric and the enemy has a little bit of gold, plus it still has a base value on it, that's easily going to be around 250 per cast as damage in PvP context. And while it doesn't get an extra turn or anything, it's still going to be double kill into double kill. Even more consistent than that of Skeleton Key due to the higher damage it has. How long are codes good for rewards? They have a couple hundred claims on them. So there's no timer on it. It's just whenever it ends up getting used up. However, it gets used up pretty quick. And even if there's not that many viewers, like even if we only have like 50, 60, 100 viewers or something, it still gets eaten up pretty quickly. Because people will share it with their guild and other similar things. And people are really good at distributing it these days. That codes normally die within like 10 minutes or less, more often than not. But they have no specific timer, they just have a set amount of claims. What's the new class weapon? It's basically Skeleton Key, except without the extra turn, but double the boost ratio. Is the easiest way to describe that weapon. I believe it also hits random enemies instead of last two, which is almost beneficial. It's less consistent as far as what's going to hit, but it can hit anything. Yeah, the PC mobile version is generally the best version of the game. However, I play it on Nintendo Switch too, and I do like it for mobility purposes. Since you have a large touchscreen for it, you could use controller for it, and you can just dock it and then just use it normally with keyboard and everything. Unfortunately, the game has no mouse support though. But it does have touchscreen and controller support. And of course, it's not cross-platform. All the console versions are their own independent version. I'll take that one over. Yep, that weapon right there, Supplement. That's the one. The only thing really holding that weapon back is no extra turn. But due to its higher boost ratio, it's going to be better against 3 trophy battles. It's also going to be better for pet battles. Actually, so much so, you could probably solo the last several battles with it, instead of having to switch your team. You got 3 Celestials in the last hour, very nice. Based on their drop rate, you should only really get about 2 per hour. So anything beyond that is pretty lucky. Or unlucky if you don't need Celestials, but generally more Celestials is better than not more Celestials. Especially now that they're needed to go craft all the old weapons in the game. And even though I already have them, of course, a lot of people probably still need to get them. Which will end up eating through possibly a couple hundred Celestials over time. On top of everything else that you put them into. Well, the most annoying thing that's going to happen with this new weapon is it's really going to disorient teams. Because unless you're using barrier, it's just going to double instant kill. And that could hit your most important troop. But yeah, it's going to be really bad against revive troops and barrier. Are the 2 biggest things that are going to stop that weapon. You can always just use a hero class that has Dispel though. Or just put a Dispel into the team. So you don't have to deal with Barrier. Maybe even a Stun Curse, because that would also get rid of Barrier. I'm not sure if it would fit on a Stun Curse team though. Because you normally need a Gold Gain and a Cedric, which uses up 2 of your spots. And you only have 1 room for 1 other troop. Oh, you're 50,000 souls away from Dawnbringer. Very nice. Congratulations. You'll probably be able to get that in the next hour or 2 then. Depending on what you're using to soul farm with. Yeah, Dawnbringer is amazing to have. I personally really only use it for class battles, but there's still a lot of stuff that you can use it for. It's a 4 times barrier option. It has okay AoE damage. And it just covers a lot of ground on hero. And a lot of hero classes can use it effectively. But normally I just use it with Titan. Because Titan. Because Titan. There's Titan hero class, and then there's every other hero class. There's your tier list. That's not exactly the breakdown, but that's pretty much the breakdown. Titan. All of the hero classes that do stuff that Titan can't. And then all the useless hero classes. That's pretty much the full breakdown of hero classes. Come on, Volky! Still haven't gotten one yet today. And apparently we're not getting one yet. I think we're going to pull the same thing as yesterday. Go like an hour, hour and a half dry, and then just go crazy with them. Ideally, that will happen. Hopefully this isn't one of those days where we get almost 0. It seemed like yesterday was going to be one of those days, but then we just got lucky out of nowhere. Oh, why did I do that? I could have already won. Oh, wow. That was actually really lucky. Firebomb. Never mind. We still won. Yeah, Ferris Raw is very useful to have help soul farm. I crafted him as my first Mythic on my Nintendo Switch account for that purpose. And luckily, I was able to randomly pull a second one as well. Yeah, he's really, really nice to have around. He's not required to soul farm, though. If you have 0 Ferris Raws, the best team that you can build for soul farming is Dragon Soul, double Azurus, Umbra Wolf. Or if you don't have Umbra Wolf fully traded, Dragon Soul, double Azurus, with, what's its name? With any hero class with Purple Storm. And that team can still get you, depending on your bonuses, around 25,000 to 30,000 souls per hour on Warlord 2 difficulty on first challenge Divinian Fields. Which isn't that bad. Obviously, it's way slower than if you had double Ferris Raw, but or single Ferris Raw. But it's still a decent rate. And the highest that you'd be able to get was 0 Ferris Raws. How long until Ferris Raw comes back in Soulforge? I forget where he currently is on rotation. It could be anywhere from a few weeks to a few months. And we never know exactly what time it'll be. We know what's not in the drop table, but we never know what's going to actually be the one that actually lands on the drop table. Because the way that Mythics work in Soulforge is it cycles through every single one once, and then recycles around them again. But that means we don't really know when it's going to happen, because it determines that every single Monday what 4 random Mythics from that drop table it's actually going to do. So we never know in advance what on earth the Soulforge is going to be. Oh, we know it for weapons, but as far as troops, we have no clue what it's going to be on any given time. And because of that, one slightly annoying thing that can happen too is a Mythic can drop towards the end of its drop table and then at the beginning of its drop table. So as far as cycles go, so we could get like a Ferris Raw, and then like 2 weeks later get another Ferris Raw, and then we don't have another Ferris Raw for like another 4 months, which is always annoying when that happens for some Mythics. But yeah, I have no clue when it's coming. Is the bottom line. Is farming for both souls and trait stones at the same time worth it? Or does it just slow down both? It just slows down both. You're going to gain trait stones automatically from soul farming. So you don't really need to go like out of your way to do it more. You just do normal soul farming methods and focus on the soul farming aspect. You won't get as many trait stones, but you'd still be getting trait stones from it. Every battle gives a trait stone. And even if you're doing it in challenges, even though it's giving lower rarity trait stones, you're still getting trait stones. And lower rarity trait stones might not necessarily be a bad thing, because you do need a lot of minor trait stones, which you don't really get as many from Explore. Explore has a lower drop rate of minor and major trait stones, the two lower rarity ones, while having higher in everything else. As I say that, we literally get a minor trait stone from Explore, but that trait stone does technically have a lower drop rate here. Obviously, it still drops, though. What I'm saying is, there's still a chance, pretty much. Also, I like how I say that, and literally all we're getting now is minor trait stones. The game's just mocking me now. There we go, there's a runic. And right back to miners again. Actually, the chances are a little bit better than 1 in 1,000 for event keys. They buffed event keys 2 patches ago. They're now a 0.11 chance for a mythic. Whereas before they were around 0.1. Obviously that's not much of a buff, but it is theoretically still higher. Well, so far pretty unlucky. We did get 1 in 1,000 glory drop though, at least. That's always nice to see. That's 45 gems worth of glory. Because it's 10 glory keys, and 10 glory keys are around the value of... it's... not 10 glory keys. It's 50 glory keys, and 50 glory keys is the value of around 5 gem keys. And 5 gem keys is the value of 45 gems. You pretty much always have to break down the value of something into gem value to see how worth it is. Also, I keep forgetting how little gold is actually worth from a gem value. I believe it's around every 30,000 gold is worth 1 gem. If you compare it to gold keys and mythic tasks, that's about what it comes down to. Approximately 30,000 gold equals 1 gem. Souls have no gem value. And various keys, you can kind of break them down by converting them into gem keys. And then counting each gem key as 9 gems. Because that's how much they would cost if you buy them in bulk. Which is how you would always buy them. Even on my Nintendo Switch account, I only ever buy them in 50s. Just because it saves gems. Wish you could upgrade keys in the Soul Forge. Oh, they would never add that. There's a possibility they might add the way to upgrade treasure, but they would never allow you to upgrade keys. I don't think they would ever be able to balance that properly. And it doesn't really fit with the current economy of the game. Oh yeah, the kingdom that I specifically explore in is based on whichever one I have the least amount of arcanes in. That is quite literally the only factor. Well, that and if there's multiple of the same color of it, I take whichever one is easiest of those several that have the option. But yeah, the place that I keep exploring in is simply based on where I need the arcane trait stone. I'm keeping all of them even in case for whatever reason there's a trait stone sync that requires each of them for whatever reason. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure if they ever did add a trait stone sync, it'll just allow you to use any color, but we don't know. And because of that, I do want to make sure they all stay relatively even. Yeah, hopefully we eventually get that trait stone sync. Something they mentioned. Not sure if it's going to be in version 4.5. That'd be pretty cool if it was, though. Well, we won't know until it happens. And some useless souls. Yeah, once we get the hero class to level 70, I'll probably switch to a different kingdom. Actually, I should probably switch even a little bit quicker or earlier than that. Because we're just farming blue right now. Actually, you know what? Let me do it right now. We'll switch right now. Oh no, I forgot the lag every single time you go back to the screen. Did I just restart the game? Might just be easier at this point. I don't know, we'll give it like half a minute. Hello, G-Man! Welcome! How many Volkeys have we earned this event? 9. 0 today, though. It's one of those days. You're one of those 7.1% people? In regard to what? You got the blue orb you were missing, so now you have Zugov. Congratulations, Smithy. Very, very nice. Yeah, Zugov's a lot of fun to have. It's mostly used for delves, though, in the current state of the game. It's still a great option to have. It covers all the holes where Iron Gut doesn't work, which in combination with Iron Gut basically allows you to quick kill any delve in the game. Of course, there are other options, but having Iron Gut plus Zugov is the easiest way to do it with what's currently available. Is it ever worth having 2 Zugovs? No. There is not a single situation where owning 2 Zugovs would ever be beneficial. The only reason why people get multiple Zugovs is to show off the fact that they have multiple Zugovs. There is no actual realistic reason for having more than one of him. Some people just like collecting him since he's the hardest troop in the entire game to obtain. There we go. What was I doing? I was gonna go and change my kingdom. Inventory. What's our blue at? 429. Still a little low, but it's a pure color one, so it's not as big a deal to get a lot of it. Pure red's a bit low. I guess brown red would be our next major one to kind of get up. So we'll go to that. Everything else looks fine. So yeah, we'll do brown red then. Urskea, Groshnok, Sinner Mirage, probably Urskea. Why is the battle button not working? There we go. Did the dev say anything about the event key income after the daily task change? Nope. Overall, I do believe that we net gained slightly less event keys from the daily tasks. However, the overall gem value seems to almost be increased. Like if you count like just every single gem related resource, the value of it seems to be higher than before. However, one thing that did seem to get slightly cut is the rate at which event keys come into the game. That was also cut, of course, with how many spoils of war you could possibly obtain. But same thing seems to have happened with the daily tasks. Though maybe not so much, because we would only really get an event key one like every 3rd week or so. And it would only give about, what, 9 event keys? So if you break that down, that's what, around 3 per week, you can say. I think the current system gives almost about 3 per week on event keys. Because you get it, there's a couple tasks. I think there's 2 tasks that end up giving it. The tier 2 keys and the tier 3 keys. One of them is on, oh wait, never mind. The tier 3 keys doesn't give it. Well, I know for sure the tier, yeah, I believe the tier 1 and tier 2 then? I know there's 2 categories that give it. One of them gives 1 event key and gives like 2 or 4. Or maybe there's 3 of them that gives it. But I know there's a few of them that do have it. They're just like the middle rarity ones and slightly higher rarity ones. Yeah, I think it was once a month you got 12 event keys, so that still comes out to 3 per week. So yeah, I think the current system gives about 3 per week. Of course, it's luck based on if you get them, but you're getting other gem-related resources, so you're saving gems at other locations. Even if you're not necessarily getting physical event keys. Yeah, let me go double check. I know there was a chart thingy for it. I forgot how many tasks actually had it. Let's see, community guides. I was kind of expecting it to be the first one that shows up. Apparently not. Oh, that's community content. That's why. Where's community guides? There it is, community guides. Also, I was expecting it to be the first one to show up here. Where is it? Why is it not even here? That's weird. Where is it? Where is it? Did they not put it in the right category? That's weird. Why is it not here? Oh, I'll go look it up later. But I believe there was 3 different things that could drop event keys off it. Seriously, where'd it go? I guess they didn't put it in the right category. Because it's not here. That is strange. Let's see. Let me just search adventure board, maybe. If I can spell adventure correctly. Adventure board. Oh, there's the link. Thank you. Why is it being so elusive right now? There it is, though. Thank you. Oh, they put it under community content instead of community guides. That's why I couldn't find it in the previous one. But anyways, let's see. How many event keys are there? Event key. Why is it not searching? Event key. Okay, there's 2 drops of it. There's an ultra rare drop under the search for keys 3, which give 1 event key. I've gotten that one before. This other one I haven't gotten before, though. It's the search for keys tier 5, and it gives 4 event keys. So there's 2 tasks I can give it. A ultra rare that gives 1 event key, among some other keys, and a legendary one that gives 4 event keys, among some other keys. So yeah, you'd have to get that legendary one, like, pretty much almost once a week for it to keep up with the previous rate. That or getting that 1 week and then the ultra rare one twice. But yeah, it does look like you, not by much, but it does look like this new format ever so slightly gives less event keys. By about an average of 1 per week. Unless you get really lucky. But you're getting other gem-related resources, so it's not that big a deal. Event keys are worth 14 gems each. Or was it 13.5? I actually forget now. Somewhere around there. But basically around 14 gems each. Let's see, let me actually do the math on that. Wasn't it 675, I believe it was? Yeah, 675. What's 675 divided by 50? 13.5. Okay, I was right the second time. But 13.5 gems each is how much they're worth. So missing out on like one event key per week while still getting other gem related resources isn't really too big a deal. Hey, you got the legendary keys today. Nice. Yeah, I still have yet to see it. I saw it in the single event key a couple times. I have yet to see the 4 event key drop though. Though I did get the really, really nice one with the 2 VIP keys. It's worth 180 gems. The 2 VIP keys with 10 gem key one. It's the hardest task to obtain. Or one of the hardest. And it's actually the absolute best task that you could possibly get. It has the highest value of any task at 180 gems. I think the second highest is the legendary gems, which comes out, I believe, to exactly 100 gems. Like actual solid gems that you could physically use for any gem related thing. And you can also get 100 off the legendary task thing. Actually, wait, was the legendary gems higher than 100? Why do I keep thinking like it is? I think it was exactly 100 though. Let me see, we can double check though. Yeah, it is exactly 100. But yeah, there are 7 tasks that can give you exactly 100 physical gems. Though they're relatively rare. One is the legendary gems, and the other 6 is instead of killing 20 or 100 troops for 20 gems, it'll occasionally tell you to go kill 150 of a certain color for 100 gems. And that isn't much harder. All you have to do is just go to challenges and spam a challenge that has 4 of that color, and you can get it done in like 15 minutes. Yeah, that's basically the tiers for the tasks then. Number 1 is the Mythic keys. Number 2 is the 100 gem adventure board task, the one at the bottom. And the third best is the 100 gem at the top, where it tells you to kill 150 of a certain troop. Even though they give the same loot, the one that at the top takes longer to claim. The gem one takes like 1 or 2 minutes, let's just say 2 minutes to claim. Whereas the other one takes around like 15 minutes of spamming challenges. Still worth it though, obviously. That did a lot less damage than I was expecting it to. But then again, they did live with 1 HP each. There's around a 35% chance for common, 30% for rare, 20% for ultra rare, 10% for epic, 5% for legendary, and 1% for mythic. Well, apparently I got pretty lucky then to get a mythic. Especially given that some of the mythic ones are pretty bad. There's actually only 1 really good mythic one. Wasn't there 3 of them and only 1 was good? Never mind, there's 2 of them and only 1 is good. The other mythic one that you can get, which is really, really annoying if you were to ever get it, because that means you lost out on getting the keys, is the Map the Underworld 3, which gives a bunch of Chaos Shards. And while it is a pretty hefty amount of Chaos Shards, that is not worth it for a mythic task. It's more like a legendary task at best. Because shards don't really have much gem value to them. Theoretically, they actually have a 0 gem value. Because nothing that they do correlates to saving gems. And mythic is once a month and legendary is once a week. Yeah, I guess you could look at it like that, because you get 3 rolls per day. So at those drop rates, yeah, it would be about a legend every month and a mythic every week. However, do keep in mind, you actually have 4 roles for the legends, not 3. Because the top task can also be legendary. Because the top task is only common and 6 legends. 1 common that is the normal kill 500 or 100 troops, and 6 legends that are 6 different kill 150 troops, 1 for each color. So you always have 4 different roles for legends, but only 3 different roles for mythic. Ugh. Hey, there we go. 2 more levels. And then we get even more mana, making this team even quicker. Actually, it might even be worth considering changing our banner at that point. I believe we're on +2 purple, +1 red, -1 yellow. However, once we have additional +1 red, I should probably switch it to +2 red. So that taking a red, even if it doesn't surge, gives us full mana Sunbird. Which would be pretty convenient. But yeah, we'll probably do that. Not sure what red banner we'd use, but even just double red would be fine. Yes, I saw that on Nintendo Switch we got Voice of Orpheus. Unfortunately, it's a 100% useless mythic. But at least it's a mythic that probably almost no one in the guild had. Unless they got really unlucky. Yeah, we looked at the amount of mythics we had the other day. We have 1/3 the mythics on the Nintendo Switch version. Which isn't too bad for mid-game. Some people don't even reach late game with any mythics. Though you would have to be pretty unlucky for that to happen. But it does happen. Actually, would that even be possible to do? Never mind. Because you would definitely be able to craft a mythic before then. Because I'm not even late game yet, and I've already been able to craft 1.5, and I should be able to craft, you know, the second one soon. I'm not even sure if it is possible to reach late game without a mythic. Because as long as you're doing daily dungeons, you're just going to naturally be able to craft a mythic before you reach late game. At least 1, if not 2, or multiple. I'll take the red there. Oh, oops, we're frozen. Don't you freeze us. We need that extra turn. Yeah, and Furnace is a nice first craft. I still don't have that on my Nintendo Switch version. It's annoying because I don't really have any good damage sources on my Nintendo Switch version. Or at least not too many. And World Breaker's really annoying to use as one because there's so much Submerge that can get in the way. Especially since Frost Mage recently got released on Nintendo Switch. So that dragon thing keeps getting in the way. It's like the 3rd or 4th time it has revived from this kingdom. Do I remember my first mythic? On my Nintendo Switch account? Or on my main account? On my main account it was War, because it was the only mythic in the entire game. Because mythics didn't come out until around a year and a half, 2 years into the game's development. And at that time, most people who were in late game or further already had a reserve of resources. So I've been able to get every single mythic on my main account on the week of release. There hasn't been a single exception to that. I've gotten every single mythic that has ever been released on the week it was released. Do I still play the Switch actively? Actively is a strong word. Ta! No, I still play the Nintendo Switch version. I wouldn't use the word actively, though. Like, I play it to be able to do guild requirements and a little bit beyond that. And still progressing it, getting kingdoms up and all that good stuff. Other than that, I haven't been playing it, like, excessively. I think I put around like 5 to 10 hours into it a week. Probably closer to 10. It averages to like an hour a day. Somewhere around there. What's my level? 905, I want to say. I know it's ever so slightly above 900. Exact level I do not know. Hello, Gonzalo. Welcome. Oh yeah, today's guild war on Nintendo Switch is against the current highest guild on Nintendo Switch. Though I keep having to fight Yogways almost every single day. So, I'm not sure if they could really set anything stronger than Yogways. But I might need to go check up on it later. By later, I mean tonight. Because I probably will do that guild war on stream. We might get obliterated, though. I'm not sure if I even have anything good enough for Brown Guild War to face them. So I do have fully traded Gorgotha, so maybe we could run that with, like, Wild Queen team. If they're skull-oriented. Problem is we don't really have anything to deal with cast damage. Like, there's no 50% spell reduction like Tina 9000 or anything on Nintendo Switch. Actually, I shouldn't say that. There's one troop that has 50% spell reduction, but Sentinel. And I'm not sure if we'd be able to get away with that on our team. Oh, no, maybe we could be able to. Like, Gorgotha first slot, Sentinel, something, something. Then again, they're both the same color, so that maybe that wouldn't work. Hero first slot, Sentinel, something, something. Maybe like Mountain Crusher, Sentinel, something, something. I don't know, we might give that a shot. Probably not, though. I think we need something quicker than that. But that would have 50% spell reduction and bury every brown, which would help protect us against Yagway Queen of Tanya if it's running that. I thought we were in third right now, so we're technically fighting for second, if we're in third right now. It was pretty close earlier. I think we were like a, within 30,000 gap of second. Use Apothecary and Doom Troop. That doesn't exist on Nintendo Switch. Do Guild Wars with eyes closed like that one time? Haha, no. Oh yeah, I remember that video from a while back. When we did this battle without being able to see the board. I could probably do that even easier these days. Especially with controller. Only problem if I was trying to do controller inputs right now is it's really weird if I try doing it with these buttons. Because right now I'm clicking A and it goes to X. If I click X, it goes to Y. If I click Y, it goes to A. The only button that's actually doing what it should be doing is B, which is kind of funny. Also, why is that tilting? You're supposed to, okay, that's another weird thing. Why does this tilt? That is really strange. This is supposed to allow you to move it. That is very, very strange. The struggle of using a Nintendo Switch controller on a PC game. Works perfectly fine on Nintendo Switch version. On Steam version, not so much. Luckily, I only need one button from it. You just started playing. Should you use all your ingots in your one weapon at a time? Like Mountain Crusher? Yes. Or get several upgrades across various weapons? Also yes. Yes to both. But you should focus on a few of the really good weapons to higher up. Mountain Crusher being one of the only few that you would want to get max. But yeah, Mountain Crusher to like +6. You definitely want to make sure you get. However, most of the other ones you can just keep to +5. And there are some that you might want to get to +9. But Mang, you want to get to +5. Mountain Crusher +6. And those are really the main core too. From there, it really just depends on what you're building teams around for the most part. But those are like the core two that you want to have. Also, never ever ever get Mountain Crusher. Or, I mean, sorry, not Mountain Crusher. Don't ever get Mang above +5. It actually gets weaker in the current state of the game if you get it beyond +5. It's fine if you already did, but you generally want to keep it at 5 or lower. Well, actually, exactly at 5. You don't want it any lower or higher. I know one weapon I'm currently trying to level up on my Nintendo Switch account is Flamer, because it gives a bunch of mana to allies once you get it to some of its other perks. I believe it gives 2 to all red allies and 1 to all other allies, regardless of color. So that means 3 to all reds. Not to mention it creates reds, which gives them even more mana. I should take in those purples. Why not max Mang? Because on its 6th perk, it creates 1 red. And creating 1 red is a negative perk that actually makes the weapon weaker. But yeah, Mang, you do want to get the +6 because of the Dust Storm. It allows you to have more browns replenish the board. Why is making 1 red weaker? Because it can backfire very easily. Statistically, adding 1 gem to the board has a higher chance of assisting the enemy than you. So more often than not, it's going to backfire. It's going to backfire more often than it actually helps. Weapons that destroy 1 gem are a little bit less bad. But any of them that create 1 gem are generally a bad idea. Though both of them tend to make a weapon weaker more often than not. Dawnbringer is probably one of the few exceptions where you actually go and get it. And there might be a few other weapons where you might actually bother maxing it, even though it has that annoying destroy or create a gem thing. Like, for example, the amount of areas where 1 red would be useful for us on this board are 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 locations where a red would be useful to us. But for the enemy, the amount of locations where a red would give it an extra turn would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6. And I'm pretty sure there's one other one. But just statistically, there's going to be more chances that you'll give the enemy something than yourself. Oh, we found our Volky! Very nice. Hey, oh no! Or actually, oh good. The exact same thing happened yesterday. Like after about an hour, 10 minutes, hour, 20 minutes, we get a Volky. Maybe that's a good sign that we're about to get showered with like 10 more Volkies. But let me go hand out this code. I did say at first Volky I would hand out a code, and that is first Volky. Let's see. Where is the code thingy? Where's the... There it is. Put that in there, put that in there. Refresh, redeem, paste. Copy. And there you guys go. There is the redeem code. Use ongemsofwar.com underneath the game code section. Your invite code's found underneath settings menu. Redeem code's right over there in chat. And give same reward as always of 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. That's exactly what that 1 mail was. Get that down. Are you gonna drop a Volky? You know you want to. Come on, do exactly what you did yesterday. Just shower us with Volkies now. Come on, Volky. Nope, the exact opposite of a Volky. 100 souls. And we'll hand out another code at 3 Volkies, which hopefully will reach. Yeah, no problem, everyone. Fun team, Mountain Crusher, Diviner, Humility, and Weaver. Oh yeah, Humility is a really fun trip to use. It's normally not viable because it's towards the slower side, but it's a lot of fun to use. It's also one of the best magic gainers in the game. Well, we got 10 diamonds off of a Jewel Gnome. I almost forgot that thing even drops diamonds because it's so rare on its drop table for whatever reason. Also, why only 10? I thought it had a 20 drop. You can't even do diamonds properly. Oh, what is the Volt buff? Last Q&A they ended up mentioning that. It's the reason why I was hoarding Vault keys, and I mainly put it in the title. Because people were asking earlier. But, like, why I'm hoarding my Vault keys. But they mentioned the most recent Q&A that it's just not enough room in the title to explain the entire thing. But they basically just mentioned last Q&A that they are planning on reworking Vault keys. 2 things that are likely to happen with them is they're likely going to have a difficulty attached to them so that you can go for higher risk, high reward. So that might theoretically increase the amount of reward, assuming that the risk isn't too high. And the other thing that would end up doing is they're looking to add some kind of way to add the common troops to higher amounts. Because obviously right now it is really hard to accumulate a lot of the commons. And both of those 2 things will be addressed in the future. We still don't know when that's going to be coming. Could be multiple patches from now. But since they mentioned it, and they even mentioned a new gnome, I am starting to hoard my keys because, yeah, there are several beneficial things that might happen with Vault keys that we would want to save our Vault keys for. It seems like it's going to be a buff. We still don't know if it will be, but it looks like it will be. So I might as well save the keys until they're better. At least if you're a late gamer later. If you're an early game or mid game still, you probably just want to use your keys immediately. But if you already pretty much have everything in the game, you probably want to save them. Or start saving them if you haven't already been. I wouldn't be surprised if someone's already been saving and they're up to like 1,000 vault keys. I'm not sure if anyone actually has reached 1,000 vault keys yet. Like all simultaneously. I'm pretty sure there's people in the game who's opened over 1,000 vault keys. I'm not sure anyone physically has over 1,000 right now though. I wouldn't be surprised if at least someone did though. You'd have to hoard them for a while to have that many though. Even if you did every vault event for like 30 hours plus, you'd still have to hoard them for like over a year. Any point in having a gnome on your team other than Cedric? No. Cedric is the only gnome that is viable. Every other gnome is kind of just a gimmicky, fake kind of fun troop. Just for the fun of it. Not really real troops. They're more like little troll troops. Except gnomes. One code today? No, we're handing out codes based on vault keys. Oh no! Ow, 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 ow. My leg fell asleep. No! It hurts. It hurts. 1 second. I'm trying to stretch my leg, but it fell asleep, so now it's like hurting so badly. Hate when that happens. Wake up, leg. Wake up. Wake up. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, 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 ow. Ah! But anyways, if I can get my leg moving. Hello, Cookie. I was answering something, wasn't I? Do you suggest setting a proper defend team for PvP or all firebombs? All firebombs or something similarly weak. I sometimes set a real team, but generally you just want to set it to something really weak. Unless you're trying for a leaderboard, you should just set it to the weakest thing you possibly can. My leg still can't move. There we go, moving it slightly. Ugh. Okay. I was about to mention something, I completely forgot what it was now. Yeah, legs falling asleep is very annoying. That is for sure. I'm normally moving my legs around, it was kind of sitting there. Like how I was sitting on it ended up causing it. But I normally walk between streams and stuff like that. Especially on Fridays and Saturdays. In that downtime. And I don't have a car, so whenever I need to go to like get groceries, get food, get to a bank or anything like that, I normally just walk there. Unless I have a ride available, but more often than not, I'd probably say about half and half. End up just walking. Like almost everything is within a half an hour walk of my current location. Other than some medical stuff. But as far as like all the normal like essentials are within walking distance of my house. Let's go for that there. You always give that was fun to any firebomb in PvP. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if people get more of that by doing that. By setting a really weak team and getting people to send that to them. Yeah, we might need to start doing a stream where we make it an honor-giving stream. Where everyone just, like, kind of shares honor for various reasons. Could make it, like, a battle video thingy or something. Because there's a lot of people that still don't have it maxed yet. Honor chain letter. Though I am starting to see more legendaries, or more revered in globals, though. It's gonna eventually happen. The only problem with the system that they made is eventually every single late game player in the game is gonna have revered. And they're all gonna just look the same. I still keep getting it even though I already have it maxed. I think people kind of don't realize that it does nothing once a person already has it maxed. We got a map. Hey, and we got a level. 69. Well, Tuesday we're pretty busy with factions. It ends up taking up a good majority of the stream already. Wednesday would probably work good for it. Because generally we're not doing much on Wednesday. Actually, you know what? We somewhat do it on Wednesday. I guess maybe Saturday, actually. Because it's the weekends, and we normally are not doing anything specifically on Saturdays. Nights. Except during Vault events, in which case we're doing this. But, you know, on most Saturday nights, the event has already been covered so much on Friday and Saturday morning streams that there's not much to still cover on Saturday nights. And all the events for the week have pretty much been done by then. And it's kind of like one of those dead days that more often than not doesn't have much to do, other than on Vault weeks like now. Yeah, we can start doing it on Saturdays. Of any day, it would probably work out the best. Because Monday we do the event stuff. Tuesday is we have to worry about factions, which ends up taking up a decent amount of time. Wednesday, we finish up whatever other event stuff we didn't do because we didn't do any on Tuesday due to doing faction stuff. Thursday's class event, unless there's one on Friday. Friday is whatever the weekly event is. And then Saturday is kind of like that dead day that has nothing. And then Sunday is the spoilers and going over the following week stuff and finishing up anything for the week. Tacit Fight Club. Like Salty Fight Club, except with 100% win rate. No, I was kidding. We could do the inverse of Salty Fight Club, and instead of you guys picking teams for me to fight, you can pick teams for me to fight as, and do it the inverse. Like, people could just say their team, I just copy-paste it, and then I use that team. We could do the inverse of it, because it would make more sense to do the inverse. Because if you guys give me teams to fight, I'm probably going to obliterate 100% of them if I could choose literally anything. Just because that's how the meta is in Gems of War. You could just hard counter anything. Especially if you own literally everything. Let's see. Take that one, take that one. Grab the blues. What do I grab? Here. Let's take a skull, I guess. Really bad board. That moment when you need Leprechaun in the team. No, just kidding. I'm still not sure how I feel about the whole Leprechaun versus Firebomb thing with this team. My current verdict is, unless that has half mana start, it's not worth Leprechaun. The main reason for Firebomb is mainly because there's a lot of battles where you do need that extra 20-something damage that he does in order to actually get a kill. But there's battles like these where you don't actually need that extra damage, where the extra mana would be better. See ya, Supplement. Have a good day. But yeah, we'll probably have another code. I would assume so. Unless we get really unlucky and don't get 3 Volkies. But yeah, we should be able to get Sunspear to about level 73, 75 to stream. Somewhere around there. Slowly working its way up to 100. Once we get to 70 though, this team will actually speed up ever so slightly. Because we can start taking red for full mana. So why does his stats seem so high? Oh, he had Finessa, didn't he? Finesse is so annoying. It has Empowered and it gains a bunch of mana for your entire team. I mean, a bunch of HP, I mean. Just grab all those blues and yellows there, get a nice Firebomb going, get Sunbird in there. Should be a wipe, yep. I'm still using that Warcraft 3 thing as a mic raiser, by the way, to raise the mic up. I guess I'll just be using that from now on, as it does make the microphone a little bit more level to my actual speaking location. It's such a weird kind of improv way of doing it, but hey, it works. If it works, no need to fix it. It is perfectly fine as is. Where on earth is our win condition? What on earth is this board right now? Let's do that. I can't even take a skull to win. With all this board, we can't take anything to win. There we go. That would have been funny if it actually got delayed so much that his web spinner triple killed us with its skull damage. I can't even remember the last time I've lost Sunbird in Explore. I don't think it has happened in like a year. It is very unlikely unless it dies like Deathmark or something. And even that's extremely rare. Do I have some suggestions for floor 25 and above for Tower of Doom? Let's see. You could try doing Mang. Mang, Queen Jezebel combo. Or Mang Apothecary with Skull Spam. Either one of those two. Titan Mang can solo pretty much everything. Might be a bit slower, but it'll win. And it's also a little bit risky because they can, once your barrier is down, they can two-shot you. And depending on your stats, they could even one-shot you. But you can normally just luck it out and kill it with just Mang's damage. Any luck with Volkeys? Kind of. We got one so far, so we're at 10 total. Other than that, not so much. In Adventure, if you lose a battle, do you get to replay it? Yes. But yes, you have infinite tries on Adventure board. It's like pet battles. As long as you get it done within its time frame, you have infinite tries on it. It shares a lot of similarities with pet battles as far as how it's set up. You've been using Mang, but its luck is running out. Would it be useful to use a troop to swap the Doom to the front of the Skull Spam combo? Should work better. Well, is its Death Mark what's annoying, or the damage output of it? Because if its Death Mark is the aspect that's annoying, you just run Apothecary. And not have to worry about the Death Mark. But if it's the damage that's annoying, then yes, you might need to consider moving it to the front. I'm trying to think of a good option that would do that, though. Because you can't really use a weapon for it. And I forget if there's anything under green that really does that sufficiently. You notice you can always see the opponent's team. Is this a setting? You usually have to click spend 50 gold. Oh, that is obtained automatically from VIP 3. It's one of the few, if not the only thing that is actually useful off of VIP bonuses. If you spend $30 or more on the game, you automatically see every single enemy team. So, no longer do you have, like, the delay on it, you also don't have to spend the 50 gold. But yeah, it's from VIP 3, which is $30 or more spent on game. There, unfortunately, is no way to do that by other means. That would be kind of cool if you could spend, like, some amount of gems to kind of, like, buy into that automatically. But, unfortunately, there is no way to do it other than VIP 3. It's normally not too big a deal. Like, I barely even notice these days on the Nintendo Switch version that I don't have automatic scouting. Because more often than not, it doesn't matter. It is kind of helpful, though, on occasion, though. It's most useful for PvP, I would say, than anything. You can always see at least one troop from the enemy team regardless, though. Even if you don't have the scouting thingy. Oh, I know why I haven't been noticing on Nintendo Switch. It's because I have it on Nintendo Switch. Ah, that's funny. That's why I haven't been noticing it fail. Because I forgot I got Death Knight armor on it. But yeah, back in the day in this game, you weren't ever able to see the enemy team. Not even for PvP or anything like that. It was actually somewhat controversial when they ended up finally adding the ability to be able to scout people. Their reasoning behind it was because Gems of War centered around counterplay. They actually forever changed the meta ever since they did have the capability of being able to see the enemy team. And then eventually it is added so you could get it automatically. Hey, you got your first vault key today, finally, nice. Yeah, that's how I feel right about now. And we're just sitting at our one stack and nothing else. It's just one of those days. But we hit 10 already, so I'm already happy with that. If that's all we get for this entire weekend, that's fine. Ideally, we'll get more than that, though. Why did I do that? I should have taken... Oh, I already took so many skulls. Might as well just keep taking skulls. At that point. What do we want here? Let's go for Firebomb. You got 8 yesterday sitting on 10. Hey, we're both at the same amount. Oh yeah, this week's Tower of Doom gives 1 vault key. Off of one of the rewards. Every single one of those newer game modes ends up pretty much giving a vault key every time. If not multiple, like like Bounty Hunter. Speaking of that, next Friday's new faction. Which means we're going to be burning through 1 billion gems. It's one of the reasons why we're doing this farming too. Is to try to get gems, ideally, from gnomes. Because we're going to be burning through a lot of them on next Friday. And by a lot of them, I mean probably like 2,000 to 3,000. Yeah, I believe we're like 100, 200 short of 25,000. Ideally, I want to get even higher than that, though. Because we're at minimum spending like 2,000 next Friday. We do get some of it back, but very, very minimal. Nope, no vault key, it's just little color jewels. Hey, you got the diamonds to craft, another 10-star kingdom, very nice. Another one down, 1 billion to go, and this can... You've seen some of the old videos? Looks like the devs have come a long way with the game and artwork. Oh yeah, they've done a lot of visual changes to this game. Actually, way back in the day, you used to be able to modify in the game files what the gems look like. You could change their icons to literally anything. You can't do that anymore, though. I wish they would have a in-game function for that, though. Like cosmetics that would allow you to change them to anything. Like changing what the yellow look like, changing what the skulls look like, stuff like that. I feel like people would go for that. And they already have several assets for it, at least for the skulls. They changed them for various holidays. So if nothing else, they can make those obtainable for like 100 gems or something similar. People would go for it. Changing all the browns to rocks. All the greens to leaves. Other similar things like that. There's a lot that they could do for it. Mythics aren't that rare to find and explore. You could find one in about every 10 to 20 battles or so. They are not too rare. Hello, Exos. You just came back up in guild chat. Let's see. There are now two portraits, Unicorn and Goblin, unlocked from event, but we have no idea which event unlocked those. You mean it's locked or unlocked? I assume you mean locked. But yeah, some of them are obtained automatically through various tasks that you could do, or you know, various things that it tells you to do. Some of them are just from old events that you can get with gems. So they were locked and they're unlocked, or they're still locked. If it says that they're locked and they're from an old event, you'll be able to obtain them in the future just for some gems. But yeah, I'm not sure which ones you're referring to. Let me see. Where's the thingy things? But, yeah, like all these you can just get at a later time for 50 gems into the future. They're all going to be available at some point. Let's see. Oh yeah, that goblin thing? I'm not sure what that one is from. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what either of those two are from then. Because these are from this week's event. Wait, shouldn't I have one of these unlocked? One of these was from buying it, which I obviously didn't do because it's a waste. And the other one, not sure where that one came from. These two, I think, are the two that you're referring to. But, yeah, I'm not sure what the goblin and one of these other ones came from then. But nonetheless, maybe it's for the following week? Maybe they preemptively accidentally added the Friday ones? I'm not sure. Because next Friday is a Zhejian faction. And this thing's from Zhejian. So I'm not sure. But regardless, we'd be able to get these at some time and point in the future. Or if they already did occur, there's 25 gems at some point in the future. But yeah, I don't think we've ever had that goblin in one of these other ones. I'm not sure exactly why they're there. It's kind of weird. I should probably go buy these. I'm not sure why I'm leaving them undone. I guess in case I wanted to like show it for a video or something, I'm not sure. I'll buy them eventually. Obviously, it's not that big a deal if we do or do not own these. Emojis maybe a little bit more so because I like having them to use. But I don't think I'd really use these bat ones anytime soon. But, oh yeah, titles. Are there any titles I still need to buy? I don't think so. Titles I've been able to get because those are normally from completing events, so I always complete out all the events. The only titles I don't have are the $5 titles, which we'll be able to get 25 gems in the future. Which I will waste my gems on just to have them for completion's sake. But yeah, I'm not sure why that goblin one and that other one is there. Because we never had an event for the goblin one, I don't believe. It could just be for next week and they just accidentally preemptively added it or something. Next week's event, I believe, is Suncrest. However, the Friday faction is Asian, which is what the goblin is from. Possibly. Though they're probably just going to do mushroom thingies for the icons for that, so I'm not sure. Because the 2 icons that come in are probably going to be various mushrooms. So we should be right on top of Sunspear level 70. You never pay attention to any of them and never buy them for gems? How could you not waste your gems on useless things? But I don't ever overspend on them. Like, all the ones that come in via, Tower of Doom I normally ignore just because it's way too expensive to buy into them. Most of the other ones I go for, though. There we go, finally, Sunspear level 70. Let's go get him leveled. It's also time to change banner. I'm just going to go with standard double red. Yeah, let's go double red. First probably land banner. There we go. Okay, now 1 red will give us full mana on Sunbird regardless of if we surge. So there's a 100% chance we get full mana off of 1 red. There we go. Now let's take our guarantee full mana. Quite a few battles will be quicker just doing that if we don't need the damage. Yeah, that will actually speed things up because it's a 100% chance now of always giving it full. Assuming there's a red, obviously. Hello, Oliver Queen. Welcome. The annoying 25% spell reduction coming in once again. Even while burned, it wasn't even enough. Double revive, of course. Or single revive, I should say. Any day now. This is going to give us a billion extra turns. It's actually a bad thing. There is actually such a thing as teams that gain too many extra turns. Because they have nothing to actually use their mana for. The double converter troop teams are probably like the biggest offender of that. The unicorns were from Blue Moon. But where was the goblin from, is the main question. I don't ever recall that goblin being from anything. Oh, my legs feel so stretchy now. Ever since I fell asleep earlier. Oi. Yeah, I never seen one just like randomly pop up like that before. Where it just comes out of nowhere for no reason. Almost seemed like it was planned for some kind of Friday event, but then that Friday event didn't come. Or maybe it was for some kind of flash offer that it just didn't run. But they forgot to not add the icon. What does it cost to complete a legendary task? 1 million gold is how much it costs. Oh, so hello. Yeah, legendary tasks are always 1 million each after you complete out all 12 or all 6 of the 12 color tasks. The puppy bot. Oh, what? The Steam pet? Yeah, there's 2 pets that are... It's not that they're unobtainable. They're money only. The, or at least currently they're money only. And probably will be only that way. But the Steam pet, the Android pet, and if you're on Xbox, the Xbox pet, are the only pets that can be obtained via money. So if you're on the PC mobile version, that means Android Pet and Steam Pet. Both are currently $50, which is not really that worth it for what it is. Some people still like it. It'll eventually be on sale. Actually, it might have even been on sale during the summer sale. I'd even check. Probably not for that much. Probably like a 10% discount or something, but eventually they'll discount it to probably like 50% plus. Yeah, the puppy bot's on Steam for $50. It doesn't come with much. I believe it's The pet to Mythic. Enough food to feed it to Mythic. And I think some souls. Like a small amount of souls. I forget what the soul is for. This kind of just randomly gives souls for whatever reason. Last I checked, I believe it doesn't even show up properly on the page. I know in the past it didn't. Let me see. Games, view games library. And I have no clue where it's located on the Android store. Store page. Let's see, does it even show up? Where it is? Yeah, that's really weird. It doesn't even show up on the storefront. You have to like go and search for it. It's really, really hidden. It's kind of strange. I don't know why that is. Also, they're 75% off right now. Is it still a summer sale or something? Mario and Earth are the other two 75% off. But anyways, what was I looking for? I am looking for not that. Let's see. Well, since those are on sale, let's see if I can actually go find it real quick. I can't even find it via the Steam itself. That is really weird. I don't think I have a direct link to it anymore. Let me see if I can find it through other means. Google. That's really strange. Gems of War. Steam Pets? I don't think that's going to bring it up. Oh, wait, duh. Yeah, there it is. That's weird. Why is it not on their storefront? Found it, though. No, it's not on sale. It's $50 still. Yeah, that thing is, like, ultra hidden. You have to, like, deliberately try to find it to be able to find it. It is that hidden. Oh, looking up Gems of War on Steam also brings it up. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Because it would show all the DLC for it. I'm not sure why the DLC is hidden on the main page though. I guess so newer players won't buy it. Is the only reason I could really think of. Because obviously it's just a vanity item. It doesn't really have much of a purpose. It's kind of like owning multiple Zugoffs. There's no reason to own it, but it looks cool. Catch you later, Oliver. Hope you have a good weekend. Man, I'm glad I haven't been getting the heat wave. It's actually been kind of gloomy where I am right now, oddly enough. Just been keeping the temperature down. If you find the farm Celestials, would it make sense to do it in the kingdom that only have a couple of tradestone options? In Stormheim Pridelands? No. Those kingdoms have no effect on the Celestial drop rate. Celestial drop rate is the exact same in every Explorer. There's no exception to that. Every single one's the same rate. Those pure color ones are better for minor, major, and runics. But other than that, it doesn't have anything at a higher rate. And the only reason why they have those three at a higher rate is just because they only have one color instead of two. But no, the Arcane and Celestial drop rate is exactly the same on every kingdom. The only main difference is the Arcane specifically that's there. And the fact that the 6 pure color ones have a better chance of getting that specific color that you want for Minor, Major, and Runic. Yeah, the only way you could really speed up Celestials is just by winning quicker. And it's normally around 2 to 3 per minute. I mean, I wish. 2 to 3 per hour, I mean. As far as how many Celestials you would get from winning about 3 wins per minute. Hey, Volky! And if we can find one more, I did say at 3 Volkies we'd hand out another code. That brings us to, what, 11 Volkies. Only 2 to stream. However, we are at 1 per hour still, so that's actually not that bad. Anything that's 1 per hour or quicker is actually decent. That's actually above average. I believe the drop rate comes out to about 1 every 90 minutes or so. So 1 per hour is actually still above the curve. Go for that for now. We don't have a drop for that. Stick to red. Well, we'll probably find out more about those icons later. I'm not too worried about it. They're fully cosmetic, so. And they'll always be re-obtainable into the future. So even for completionists that want to get them, you'll be able to get them eventually anyways. It is kind of weird that it is showing icons just randomly there that weren't available yet. Though we've seen that many times before with unowned troops and weapons. Where they show up even before they're actually obtainable. Doesn't happen, I don't believe, anymore, but it used to happen a lot. I think they finally fixed their system in that regard, so it doesn't really do it with those things. But maybe it's still doing it occasionally with icons. Because I don't normally go under those pages to look at them. To keep tabs on it all. The only thing I normally worry about are the emojis. Because I actually do use them on occasion. Wish they would add more useful ones, though. A lot of them aren't really that useful. Eventually, we might need to go get a emoji tier list. Which emojis are the most viable to go buy? But we need a lot more into the game before that would ever be a viable video to do, though. Yeah, they don't normally change too much during beta things. Like, they'll sometimes make small tweaks, but bigger stuff like that they normally won't do. Unfortunately. There's some things I asked them to tweak almost every single beta and they still haven't. And eventually I just give up and even trying to mention it. Either because they think it's too trivial or they just isn't worth the time to fix it. I think one of the funniest examples I have brought up to them probably at least a dozen times, like at least 6 of the betas, is the whole dragging map thing. This has been the case ever since they reworked the map like a year and a half ago, and it still has not been fixed. It has no effect on anything, but it's still a glitch nonetheless that they haven't bothered fixing. Let me go show it real quick. I can't not show it. It's a pretty funny one. Has no applicable purpose, but it's fun to do. So it's almost a good thing that they haven't fixed it, because it actually is kind of funny. I don't believe they fixed it. I haven't actually tried it this most recent patch. I assume they haven't. There's like a 99% chance they haven't. Unless they just decided, hey, let's actually go and fix that. Which is very unlikely. But yeah, there's a lot of things that get suggested in beta that they never end up doing. And by a lot, I mean like 90% of it probably. Like the more blatant stuff they'll normally do, or anything that's like buggy that will actually affect like gameplay or stuff, they normally do. Like the smaller the issue is, the less likely they will ever fix it. I think Yagway glitch still works too, which has been in the game ever since Yagway was added to the game, like 2.5 years ago. Where if he kills with his HP steal, it lags the game for like a few seconds. Like the game still keeps playing out. It's mostly just a visual glitch, but it does waste like a second each time it happens. Okay, I might just need to restart the game. We haven't restarted it a single time this stream, so I guess I'll go restart it real quick. Because this is taking too long. Normally you have to do that like every almost 30 minutes when you're doing what's it called? When you're doing gnome grinding. I just realized I have a patch of my screen that's showing. Oh no, I just made it even bigger. Wait, what side is that on? Oh, it's the other side. Wait, let me go fix that. 1 second. Oh, let me plug this back in as well. Wait. Put that back in. Is it not going back in? Controller, go back in. There you go. What's the other thing? This wrong side. There we go. Fixed. Oh, we got a pet. Wow, we have not been getting that many pets. I guess no one in my guild's really going for the grind over there in PvP or arena. Let's go take the pet real quick. I don't think I've switched the class typing, but let me go get Notepad up. Let me go get the team set. What 3 was I using again? I was using you. Where is my Sunspear? I need you. I need you. And the other one won't matter. Yeah, let me get rid of that one. That one's not useful. We use the other one. So let me go get all these teams copy and pasted. 1. 2. 3. Okay, and let's just go get the timer up and let's just go time this real quick. I do need to cover a video on that soon. That's not what I wanted. Let's go time pet battles real quick. Yeah, normally I have pets non-stop all day for my guild. I don't think as many people have been grinding PvP though. They've almost all been an explorer, I would assume. Given that we've gotten so few. Anyways, let's go time this real quick. And we'll do it from its normal location. There you go. Oh, wait. Why is it not letting me paste a team? Why you no let me paste? What's wrong? I'm confused. Why won't it let me paste? I literally just took it from the thing right over there. Hello? What is it that we don't have? Have random numbers. That was weird. I literally just moved. What? That's the exact same code that was just there. Anyways. What even? What are you doing, codes? Don't troll us like that. Anyways. That didn't make any sense. Okay, now we just have this one. Now we switch our team. There we go. Now we can switch our team. Edit, manage, paste team, put it in, key team. Good to go. And, oh yeah, I was gonna go show that one glitch thingy. I got distracted and never did it, did I, when I restarted the game? We'll go do that in a moment. Alright, at the 2-minute mark at the halfway point, though, of course, it's not actually the halfway point, because they obviously get more difficult, which means more time consuming. Or theoretically means more time consuming. They don't necessarily get more time consuming unless the last few troll us with being annoying. So far, a good pace, though. We still have yet to get under 4 minutes for one. I guess we technically did that one time, actually, though. It was, like, off by 1 second, though. Or, you know, we got it, like, 1 second below, so it was barely actually passing the time threshold. Wow, I should have used that gold bonus. That actually would have been enough to kill him, and now it's not. Fail. I'm going to have to waste a whole nother cash just to kill him. At least we got an extra turn there, and there. Okay, that wasn't as bad, but we did waste like 10 seconds that we didn't need to. I love pace teams. It's one of the best things they have ever added to this game ever, is the ability to pace teams. And one more. Come on, 30 seconds. Go, 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 go. Get the best starting board we've ever seen. Stargazer into extra turn, kill. Go. We don't have alignment, do we? Do we still go for it? No. It's too risky. We're not going to make it. We're still not going to make it. I'm just going to do it, though. Oh, he has immune to the damage too. That's not good. I need to multi-skull him. Oh no. He's impervious. Beat us. Is there a second skull anywhere? No. Oh, that's not good. What are you doing slowing us down so much? There we go. And that's dead. That's still under 5 minutes. There we go. Even when it does bad, it's not bad. Anything under 5 minutes, I'm happy with. Ah, there we go. Yeah, that's what that does. Well, at least we know for sure it can very, very consistently get under 5 minutes. Anyways, where were we? Oh yeah, that one glitch. Just for fun. Also, did I miss anything in chat? Because I wasn't paying as much attention when I was focusing. Oh, if it happens, you clear your chat entry and try again. Yeah, that probably would work. I normally just replace that one number again and just hope it works afterwards. But yeah, as far as that glitch thingy, all you have to do is just click on a thing and then move the map, and it does the whole thingy. Like if you try doing this normally, if you just click on one and try dragging it, it does nothing. But if you go and in between the movement of the thing, if you do it, it moves the screen all around. There's no applicable thing for this. But there's a few other map glitches too that you can do that are kind of like this, but this is the easiest one to recreate 100% of the time. It's really weird, really strange. Doesn't actually do anything bad for the game, but it's been around since the whole map thing. There's a lot of like really small things like that here and there that they have never patched because they're so trivial. They start adding up to be a lot of small visual glitches. But anyways, hey, we're almost at 25,000 gems. But anyways, where were we farming? Let me just go check at this point. Whichever one is lowest, we'll go do. Because I'm pretty sure we got enough of brown reds that we were doing earlier from our scale. Yeah, let's go do purple. That one's a little low. Is that our absolute lowest? Let's just do whichever one's the absolute lowest. Pure purple's at 422, which is our absolute lowest. Let's go do that, I guess. A lot of pure colors being low. That's mainly because we haven't been getting any new commons that are of those colors. So we haven't been getting any from weekly events. A lot more likely that a dual color cycles through an event. Yeah, we've been getting a surprisingly low amount of commons. Commons, I believe, between common, rare, ultra rare, and epic, if I'm not mistaken, common is almost the lowest of those 4 categories. Which is kind of weird. I forget what the exact count is on it currently. But it's very close, if not the absolute lowest of the 4 lowest rarities. As far as the number of the troops in the game. I think epics might be... Oh no, the epics would definitely be higher now at this point because we keep getting so many epics. Yeah, I think that might be the case. I'm not 100% certain on that. But I believe there is more rares, ultra rares, and epics respectively than how many commons there are in the game. Each individually, of course. Oh, I should have skull killed it. He's that really annoying revive trait. And we keep seeing that so much this week because it's a web spinner week, or whatever it's called. It's a Zol carry week, event week. Ah, it does something bad for epilepsy. True. They have actually fixed things in the past for colorblind people. As far as some of the coloration within the game. To be more colorblind friendly. Oh, there's a Celestial and a gem key. Can I try Rope Dart, Divinish Bala, Quillin, and Rabbit? Yeah, I have it set as one of my main teams. I don't care for the team that much personally. But yeah, we've tried it many times before. It's an okay team. I personally don't care for it. It's really good at automatically winning though. But it just has a bit of a startup on it that I don't like. And the play style of it's just a little strange. But the whole premise is you rope dart the most annoying thing on the opposing team. And then you just Divine Ishbala, Quill, and loop into victory. And sometimes you keep rope darting. Normally after your first rope dart cast, you don't cast it anymore though. You mainly just want to single out the strongest troop on the opposing team. And then after that, you just let the loop kill them. And obviously the bunny's used for mana, kind of like a Mercy. And the other reason why you don't cast Rope Dart a lot is if you are specifically using in a first slot, you want the Bless of Bunny to stay on your hero. And if you cast or take a skull, it'll go off. So normally you only start taking skulls when you start infinitely looping Divine Ishbala Quillin. Small Paka. That is such a meme-worthy troop. He's really adorable, though. Very long neck. Almost looks like a giraffe. That reminds me, we don't have a giraffe pet. We need a giraffe pet. There's actually quite a few animals we don't have. We don't have a hippo pet, I don't believe. I don't even think we have an elephant either. There's so many animals they are missing. And I don't even believe they're in the reserves either. And if they're not in reserves, then they're not even going to be coming into the game in the next, like, 2 years. Because they already had all the pets planned for, like, 3 years in advance or something. And they were just added, like, a year and a half ago or so. Yeah, we already knew what the troop art would be for all the pets for a while now. I'm gonna double check. Let's see if there's anything new and shiny. I don't think there is, but I'll go check real quick. Oh, we got a shark for Shark Week. Oh, that's also gonna be the first event calendar week. Oh, we're getting a ninja cat. That was always really cute. I liked the ninja cat. Oh, a new dragon. I haven't seen this one. Oh no, that's a dragon dog. No! You ruined it. Dragon kitties are better than dragon dogs. That is fact. I really love the new cat that's coming in 2 weeks though. Or not 2 weeks, August 7th. So, wait, actually that is 2 weeks, isn't it? A little over 2 weeks. That's 3 Wednesdays from now. What is this thing? Why do they keep adding dogs? We got like a golem dog and a dragon dog. There's some other weird things, stuff we already knew about, Some kind of weird cupcake for the 5th anniversary. What? Why do they give the 4th anniversary cake 5 candles, and then they make a 5-year anniversary pet? That doesn't make any sense at all. That is really strange. But yeah, the 4-year anniversary pet has 5 candles. But they made a new pet for the 5-year anniversary that has a 5 candle thingy on it. Just, you know, 1 candle that has a 5 on it. Oh, we're getting a mini Hydra. That's pretty cute. We already knew about that pet, though. The skull we knew about. That one we knew about. The whale we knew about. That we knew about. Yeah, nothing new down here. Oh, this one looks new. Oh, no, that was just a mini Venoxia. I think we knew about that. I forget. Still didn't get that sword. Still haven't gotten that Prince Frog, either. Wait, what is that? Oh! They did finally make art for it. They redid its colors, though, slightly. They did it. Playful Dragon Kitty. They made it. They made the art for it. They did it. They did it. I love it. I want that pet so badly. That one right there. That wasn't the cat I was talking about, though. Let me see if I can go find the cat. Wait, where's the kitty go? This was the kitty that's coming in 3 weeks. Or 3 Wednesdays from now. This cat right there. That's my new pet right there. 100%. Yeah, those are definitely my favorite two that are coming in the near future. Or I shouldn't say near future. That's the dragon isn't coming for a while. The kitty's coming in 3 Wednesdays. And the rest are just old pets that we already knew about for ages that still haven't been added for forever. No clue when they're coming. Could be another year for some of those other pets to come in. But yeah, I'm glad they finally used that art. It seemed kind of weird that they wouldn't. They literally already had the art created. That dragon one is actually the one that lost the vote, though I personally preferred it when they ended up doing the dragon kitty. So I'm glad they're actually adding it to the game. Eventually. It has no planned date. The cat's planned in 3 Wednesdays, though. Yeah, there's a sloth pet, I believe. Somewhere's in that mess. Why do they keep adding horse troops? I don't know. Maybe they like horses. They haven't been adding too many horse troops. And you have to keep in mind, Wild Folk is a typing. So some of those just naturally look like that. Why no insect pets? We do have one insect pet. We have the beetle in the bottle, the red mastery pet. I don't think we have any others though, as you mentioned. But no, we do have at least one, the red insect one. The one in the bottle. Like that little lightning bug thing, the one for red hero mastery. I don't recall any others though off the top of my head. I think that might be the only one. There still is a lot of exotic animals we don't have pets for yet. Yeah, I believe Bright Beetle is the only insect in the game, as far as pets are concerned. Oh yeah, and the caterpillar, the magma pillar. Which is elemental bonus. Which is actually useful bonus. We're actually using it right now. With this team right here, the magma pillar. Right there. But yeah, that's an insect as well. Apparently all the insects are red. We are getting a spider. It's something that they teased about for a while now, actually. I believe it's a Zolkiri pet, if I'm not mistaken. We haven't gotten it yet, though. Oh, wait, did we get it yet? I actually can't remember, because I know I wouldn't have used it if we did. I don't think we've gotten it yet, though. But yeah, I believe it's Zolkiri bonus if it ever does come into the game, if it's not already. You finally have 4,000 diamonds. Who should you craft? Iron Gut? Iron Gut. I already... I don't even need to really figure that out based on that. Just the fact that Iron Gut's not crafted yet. Probably mean Iron Gut. But let's see. Iron Gut and Obsidious and Furnace or Possessed King. Keep in mind you're interested in completing your delve. Yeah, definitely Iron Gut then. If that's ever on a 2 craft list, then that probably should be the one you craft. It is the best delve troop in the entire game. It's used for a few other things, but it's mostly for delves. I would have crafted it as my first mythic if it was craftable on Nintendo Switch version. But since it wasn't, I went for Farish-Ra. The first 3 mythics to craft are Infernus, Farish-Ra, and Iron Gut normally. The order in which you craft them in depends on what you want to do. Infernus is a good, just all-around troop, mostly for PvP, but it's used for a little bit of everything. Farish-Ra is for soul farming, And Iron Gut is auto-win all delves that it's applicable to. It's not exactly auto-win, but it's pretty close. Yeah, I would consider Iron Gut probably the best mythic in the entire game from an overall value standpoint. Just because it's unparalleled to anything else for delves. While still being useful in pretty much every game mode. Like, there's not a single game mode where it's bad. Whereas there's quite a few other mythics where it would be. It's the best delve option in the entire game. We're about to gain another hero level. Hopefully we can get one more Volky. We're at 2 so far this stream. Hopefully we can get at least one more this hour to keep it at 1 per hour. They should have just taken a red. Could have probably had enough damage to kill it out. The only problem with playing Explore so much back-to-back is I sometimes get worse at it as I'm playing it. Which seems kind of counterproductive, but that's just because you lose focus on it. Compared to the initial, like, 30 minutes or so. But even if you lose focus, it doesn't really waste much time. The battle's already so quick that it's not too big a deal. That little dinosaur that devours is fun too. Oh, the bullet? Yeah, he has a 50% chance to devour if there's 13 more brown. Really good with apothecary and stuff. Biggest issue with him is he's just too inconsistent. He's good if you have no other options, but if you have other options, you generally want to use those other options. He at one point was the best low rarity devourer in the game. Currently, I would say that is Gluttony though. Even though it's a lower percent chance, it has board clear. It also gets to target what it wants to devour. Which is important if they have immune to devour anywheres on their team. Hey, you finally got your small pocket mythic, nice. Oh, how many mythic pets do I have? 30 something. I don't think I've gotten that particularly high. I can go double check though. Oh, I did not mean to leave. Whoops. I meant to say play again. I could actually check it underneath the troop menu. No, the lag! The lag! Come on, we switched the screen. I was gonna say, we switched the screen like 20 minutes ago. It shouldn't lag too bad. But, anyways, let's go check it real quick. What am I looking for? Pets. Mythic pets. Do it by rarity. Where's rarity? Where's rarity? There we go. They moved it all the way to the top. Let's see. 8. 16. 24. How to do math? 32. 33, 34. I have 34 mythic pets. So yeah, I still got a while to go. Technically 35, but I just don't have the food for him. Still no food. Yeah, 35 mythic pets is how many we're currently sitting at. Slacker. Oh no, I just haven't been doing as many of the pet battle thingies. Quite a few of them are really, really close though. I also don't buy any of them max. So all these old event pets are kind of just sitting there. Yeah, I'm in no rush to get them up. Though some of them are starting to become needed for kingdoms. Though I believe as long as we have one level 20 for each, that's all we need for one of those kingdom requirements. Isn't that right, Sword's Edge? Or do we need 2 level 20s? Okay, never mind. We do need 2 level 20s. That's not good. Well, let's see. How close are we to 2 level 20s on every kingdom? Let me check. Or let's see which kingdoms are still in danger zone. Adana, which only has 1 pet. Well, actually, technically has 2. Wait, the Steam pet isn't for Adana? Oh, it is. I'm pretty sure it is. It just doesn't show up because it doesn't count as a unowned pet. There's only one thing that even though we're missing 3 pets, there's only one that actually shows up on as unowned. Hello, do you want to work correctly, unowned? What? It's not even showing me the one correct pet that I don't have, which is the bunny from Pan's Vale. That's strange. That is very strange. But anyways, I'll clear that out. But yeah, I believe Adana technically has a 2nd pet, but you need the Steam pet. But it's nowhere near 16 stars, so that's not a big deal. All-Seeing Eye doesn't have any because it's not a thing, same as Apocalypse. Black Hawk, ooh. There's the cake. Oh, wait, never mind, it wasn't 4 candles. Wait, never mind. Yeah, this was the, Oh, I always thought it had 4 candles. Never mind, it was only 2 candles. But, yeah, this was both old event troops. So we need another one for Blackhawk. Blighted Lands has, yep, we only have 1. This is gonna get a faction. Bright Forest, we got 2. Hey, Bright Forest completed. Because we got Bodie McBoatface, which is the faction pet. So Bright Forest done. Broken Spire done. Crypt isn't 1. Dark Pits isn't 1. Darkstone. I need to go finish out All-Seeing Eye. That's actually going to be pretty close to 16 stars soon. So maybe we might need to go do Pure Faction All-Seeing Eye soon. Droxzoom isn't a thing. Oh, yes, it is. Wait, Droxzoom has no pets? How does Droxzoom have no pet whatsoever? I need to go add something to it. Divining Fields only has 1 and I don't even have it maxed. That's not good. Dragon's Claw has just the Wormling and we'll get the Whelp up soon. All the cute dragons. Drifting Sands, we still need to get the Flutter up. Fangmoor isn't 1. Forest of Thorns, I believe I need a level 15 just to even get a star on it right now. So that's a fail. I need more Oreos. And then we can go get that up. Hopefully those will be up at around the same time, but definitely need more Oreos. Golvania only has the 1 pet, and it doesn't have a faction. Glacial Peaks, we got that one done. So we only have like 3 done completely. Groshnock, Weefern is so far away. How are you on the epic rarity still? We've gotten like no copies of you. Guardians only has... Wait, why does Guardians have a pet? I didn't even realize that. Why on earth does Guardians have a pet? It's not even a kingdom. I did not realize that until I misclicked that. Muck is almost up, so we'll need to get that up. Or the pudding, I should say. I keep doing it by the name that I have set, not the actual name. Kazil, that one's so far away, but at least we have 1 maxed. Kedar has same issue. Leonis Empire, 1 pet, nothing else. The Grimwoods, that's an old event thingy, so it technically only has 1. Merlantis, wow, everything is low here other than Krabby. But we still don't have a Mythic here yet, which is important. I forget what star level you need it for, I think it's like 12 or something, I forget. At some point you need a level 20 pet. And of course you need 2 level 20s eventually too for 16 or 17 star. I think it's 17 star. Requires 2 level 20s. That's a faction pet, so that could theoretically be maxed right now. We just need to go do the faction, the pure faction. Pan's Vale has a 2nd pet. I just don't have it yet because I keep my my warrants deliberately low. Somehow we still need 1 more ability kid though to max it out. I think that's for a star level 2 on the kingdom. I'm locked behind. Pride Lands, we got the max on it. Primal isn't 1. Primal Rift isn't 1. Sea of Sorrows isn't 1. Shentang, this is a normal pet, right? No, that's an old event troop. Oh yeah, it was for the Year of the Pig was this year. Oh yeah, it does. Silver Necropalace obviously wouldn't have one. Silverglade, wow, 3 Silverglade max. That is nice. Oh, you don't need to worry about Silverglade anytime soon, that's for sure. Cinder Mirage has 1 pet and it is so underleveled. Wait, this is old event troop? Halloween 2018 is the only pet it has. That's not good. What about all the people that don't have any pets for it? Stone Song Airy has none because it's not a kingdom. Fail. Penguin maxed off of Stormheim. Nothing else for it though. Suncrest. We could have 2 theoretically. I just need to finish leveling that, so that's already done. Suncrest is done. Just need the food. Sunken Fleet has obviously none because it's the faction. I wish there's a way to like only look up kingdoms and not factions in all this mess. We got the double already for that, so that's nice. Wait, what was this from? Oh yeah, that was from the faction, which now counts towards the kingdom, so that's nice. The Vault isn't one. Warrens isn't one. Erskea. That was an old... No, this one was an old event. Never mind. It looks like it was, but it was added during that month. But it wasn't actually an old event troop. Yeah, that's just for Erskea bonus. And then the last 4. White Helm. This was Valentine's Day. Wasn't this faction? Yeah, that was from faction. But I haven't maxed out that faction. But we could have that if we go do that faction to max. Wild Plains. Yeah, that's one actually kind of decent way to actually buy a max pet. Instead of spending like 2,000 gems to just max out a pet, you could just simply do it with a faction. And not only get a maxed out pet, but also get a maxed out faction. Which is nice. Which is actually more efficient than than just buying up a pet to max with gems. Theoretically, you're still doing the same thing, but you're getting other rewards too, other than just a pet. But, yeah, Small Paka. That's actually a little bit off, but getting there. Zhejian, we don't have a single one maxed. Of course, we got this for 4th of July. And, yeah, Mushroom. You need 3 more copies there. And the only last one we have is Olkari, which we're getting Spider for eventually. Tanglebush is the way to go. Anyways, I just wanted to check that real quick. Anyways, in other news, let's go back to grinding. Where were we specifically kingdom-wise? It was not Sword's Edge, I know that for sure. I believe it was purple, so let's go back to Kakarot. Oh no, I never got the Warren's pet. It's the only non-money pet I don't have. I have every other pet other than that. I'm only missing 3 pets. The 2 $50 pets and Warren's pet. And the reason I'm missing Warren's pet is I'm deliberately keeping Warren's a low level so I can grind it out. Is this stream going to only be 3 hours? Probably, just because I haven't eaten yet today. And it's almost, actually it is 4 p.m. So yeah, we'll probably go for like 1 more level on Hero. Ideally, we'll get a Vault Key in that time. Pure faction team for Hall of Guardians. You can run the same thing for that you did for Stone Airy. They're both the exact same thing. Oh wait, never mind. You said pure faction. My bad. It's double Silent Sentinel, double Gargoyle. Is what you would run for it. You can also run Silent Sentinel, triple Gargoyle. However, you need 1 Silent Sentinel to survive to the final battle. So it's normally better and safer to run 2 and 2. Almost another hero level. Get our event key in glory. That definitely does start adding up over time, those event keys. It doesn't seem like much, but we have gotten 458 event keys so far for doing basically nothing. Other than just our normal leveling that we already would have been doing. Let's see, how many gems worth of event keys have we gotten just from leveling? Because that's actually a pretty substantial amount if you break it down. That's 13.5 times 458. Which means we have gotten... Wow, when you break that down, that's actually a lot. We have gotten 6,183 gems worth of event keys just from leveling up our hero. That is actually pretty high. I didn't realize it was over 6,000. Of course, it keeps getting slower and slower, so the rate at which we get free event keys from that is very slow these days, but still. But it's not over 9,000! Soon. Eventually. No, not anytime soon. We have to be around like level 1,650 or something for it to be over 9,000. Eventually, TM. Yeah, we'd have to be like a whole nother 200 levels or so. Maybe a little bit less than that. Yeah, it takes forever to gain levels these days. Even if we were to do the best EXP farming method at the best EXP farming time, I think it still takes like 3 hours per level. Which it might be a little bit less than that. I haven't done EXP farming forever, so I don't know. And of course, depending on your level range would also determine how long it would take. Obviously, it wouldn't take as long at level 1,100 as compared to 1,400. Speaking of levels, what do we go for? Let's just go for blue, I guess. Keep it even. Now this is a purple. Did I use Terran's World? Yes, I use Terran's World. I normally look up spoilers there, and I get all my assets for my thumbnails normally there. Not always, but that's generally where I go for it, like 95% of the time. And he's dead. You use it every Sunday to see what's coming up? Yeah, that works too. And I normally use it for looking up what events are coming into the near future, as well as assets for the game, and spoilers for like Mythic's classes and stuff like that. Yeah, that's a video I've been meaning to recover again. I did it in the past, but a video going over third-party tools for the game, like Terran's World and other things. Hello, Bogdan. Welcome. Stretch. Oi, oi, oi. Yeah, I do believe I'm gonna end out soon. My legs are starting to get so tired. I don't know why. Today in particular, my legs are getting so much more tired than normal. Like every 15 minutes, they keep blocking up. But if anyone has any other questions, let me know. Otherwise, I guess we will wrap up in the next minute or so. I will be back very soon, though. 4 hours from now, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be running basically exactly what we're doing now, except also finishing our dailies. And, yeah, mainly just trying to get Sunspear up and hopefully getting a Vault Key. We'll have another redeem code later tonight as well. You're using a controller linked to your computer because you lost your mouse. Well, at least you'll still be able to play then. Hopefully you'll be able to get another mouse. I've actually been using the same mouse for 4 years now. Actually, wait, more than 4 years. How long have I had this computer? 6 years. I've been using the same mouse for 6 years now. It's been working really well. The worst Clash trait ever is coming? What on earth is it? What are you showing me? That's a pretty low bar. What does it do? Minus your stats? Conjure a random storm when matching 4 or 5 times gems. Yeah, that's not going to be that useful. Oh, it literally has it on one of its perk thingies too. Yeah, that's really bad. Yeah, that's really, really bad. That's hilariously bad. I'm not sure why they did that. Tuh. Hopefully they'll tweak it before it actually gets released. Oh no, the annoying guard with his 50% spell reduction. The final boss of Delves, or of Explorer, I mean. Alright, let's kill him out with that and he's dead. There we go. Still no level? No level on what? No, we got the hero class level. The class level is currently at 71. But again, we got it to 70, so that was the main goal. So we were able to get that. Sunspear wasn't as bad, though. Like, Sunspear can actually be used. It's a weird mixed match of stuff, but it's actually usable. The other hero class doesn't seem usable at all. Anyways, guys, I am going to be heading out for now. I will be back in 4 hours from now. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Best of luck with the grind on all of the gnomes. I'll hopefully be able to get some off stream as well and be able to get that number to higher than 21. We got 2 so far today, which is pretty low, but that's technically at drop rate, 1 every 90 minutes. So we're pretty much exactly at the drop rate so far for today. So not too bad, I guess. And hopefully we'll be able to get a few off stream and go from there. But anyways, I'm going to go grab a bite, eat a few other things, go for a walk, and maybe a little nap if I have time. And yeah, I guess I'll catch all of you later. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and see you later tonight. We'll be back in 4 hours, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Goodbye, everyone. Best of luck.